It's a once-in-a-lifetime landmark type project that incorporates bringing a new drinking water source to a community that needs it and returning it in an environmentally responsible and sustainable way. And these don't come along every day. My name's Katie Richardson, and I'm the program manager for the Great Water Alliance. I have been working on the project since the water utility brought on Greeley & Hansen, so going on 5 years now.
And my name is Dan Dukniak. I'm the general manager of the Waukesha Water Utility. I've been at Waukesha for the past almost 20 years. I've been working on this project since I've been here.
It's incredible to be part of this team working on a once-in-a-lifetime project, bringing clean water to a community of 72,000, clean and sustainable water for the next few generations.
One of the main reasons that I came to Waukesha, and one of the things that drew me to Waukesha, was addressing and dealing with the water supply issue that they had.
In the local media, they've been talking about this for maybe 10 years, and it's been known that Waukesha is at some radium issue and they needed a new source of water.
And as we were going through this and looking at what our options were, the Great Lakes became more and more attractive because it was a long-term sustainable supply.
So I'm Bert McNeil I'm the branch manager in New Berlin, Wisconsin, and we've been involved with the Great Water Alliance project in Waukesha, Wisconsin for quite some time now, probably going back about 7-8 years. So the project involves getting water from Lake Michigan all the way to the city of Waukesha, and then from Waukesha, once the water is used and treated, back to Lake Michigan. 100% of the water they're taken will be returned to the lake. We're talking about 36 miles of 30-inch ductile pipe.
The reason that it was a lot more difficult than a lot of other supplies is because we are outside of the Great Lakes watershed. So when you are outside of the Great Lakes watershed, you do not have the access to the water that you would normally have. Once we got to governors and the Great Lakes Compact Council, we needed to have unanimous approval from that body. So we had to take the time to educate all the Great Lakes states, DNRs or regulatory agencies, and including the 2 provinces in Canada. We had to make sure that they were educated and understood what our proposal was and what we were planning on doing and why it was the most environmentally responsible option for the city of Waukesha. And in June of 2016, we were then unanimously approved for it. And with that, we hired Greeley & Hansen, which is where Katie and her team came in.
When we took over in October of 2016 as the program manager and started leading that permitting and design process, we needed to determine how we were going to get the water from Lake Michigan to the city of Waukesha and back. One of the goals the utility had was to try and minimize the impact on the community.
There's areas where you don't want to open cut a highway, for example, like interstate highway. You don't want to be digging that up. So what they do is they directional drill under the highway using directional drilling equipment to avoid opening up the highway, and therefore you're not disrupting traffic.
We're also looking at minimizing the environmental impact, and that takes a while. So that analysis, it took a couple of years to get through.
We looked for a team that had honesty and integrity. When we look for companies that are going to be supplying those materials, we want to make sure that they have been there, done that, and they were able to come through for us in the long run.
Putting this pipe in, we want this pipeline to last 100 years, and a big part of pipeline longevity is how it's installed and making sure that's done correctly. So we were looking for teammates that were going to stand behind their product and what they were putting forward, and really ensuring that this pipeline is going to last for the long haul.
This is where our experience comes in. So we were involved from the get-go with phone calls from the engineer before any contractor was hired. So we were the go-to people that they called and relied on. You can see coming to life, if you will, when it was just a pipe dream at one time, literally a pipe dream, and now you see it actually happening. It's pretty fascinating to see this pipe go in the ground.
It was just great putting that shovel in the ground and throwing that dirt in the air, and I couldn't throw it high enough. And we're really excited to be at this point and well on our way to meeting our goals of having the water supply in place for the city of Waukesha by 2023.